Don't you agree? I invented sweat.
What's going on?
I guess I got my swagger back. Truth.
Time to stop the music. I love Jay-Z, by the way. I love Jay-Z. Welcome to my show. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for giving a fuck about me, what the fuck I got to say. No, I'm not trying to rhyme. I hope y'all had a good day. Hope you had a good night. I hope you're having a good life. Let's toast and drink to that. You feel me? Let's toast and drink. First of all, I want to talk about this box. My show is about you putting yourself in a box. You can, you just don't. You place yourself there and you stay there. The other day I had a conversation with my 10-year-old. My conversation went like this. I told him the strongest muscle in your body is your brain. That's what controls everything, every aspect. Of course, he doesn't know that. My 15-year-old, tried to tell my 15-year-old the same thing. My 15-year-old flexed his muscles on him and said, basically this is bigger. Unfortunately, he thinks he's going to be 15 with a 15-year-old athletic body for the rest of his life. He doesn't know that when you turn 30-something and obligations take place, such as taking your kids to play piano. You have a daughter with a piano recital, and you got a son that has to go to a baseball game. You got a wife that needs to be romanced. Your job's calling you, but you also need time for yourself. Your muscle can't do anything about that. The only thing that can control that situation right there is your mind. Time management is what it's called, really. You got to learn how to manage your time when you're 30-something years old. All that time that you have to give to other people, you have to figure out how much time can I give to myself. So, speaking about that, it's your mind. You put yourself there. It's up to you to clear it. Back to the basics. There are people out there that they are born, raised, die in one city. They don't leave. This is it for them. And they're so proud, and they'll just tell the world, yeah, I was born and raised here in Kentucky, Malibu, boo, bang, bang. Yeah, never been nowhere else. It sounds good, but it's not really that good. Basically, you didn't experience shit. You are surrounded with people with the same mindset, same outlook as you. They think the same thing you think. They saw the same things you saw. They experienced the same experience that you experienced. For the most part, no big impact. They ain't been to Tokyo. They haven't seen the Great Wall of China. They haven't sipped any wine in France. They even haven't walked down Venice, California, on Venice Beach. They haven't done anything. You are here in God's land to explore it. And everywhere you go, God's there. If you believe. If you don't believe, that's fine. Everywhere you go, you can go. You can experience something great. You can be who you are. But some people trap themselves. But it comes from your mindset. Your mindset states and tells you, man, I can't do this. How can I do this? How can I move myself and be by myself? I'm moving from Ohio to Washington, D.C. How can I do this? I can't. My mom still lives here. My family still lives here. So I gotta live here. That's what you do to yourself. It's not written on any paper. You made that up. Your mind took you to that place. So your mind frame can take you outside of that place. Outside of that place. You are here to explore God's land. For example, you're a nurse, right? And you got laid off. They're not hiring in your city. What do? They hiring for McDonald's, UPS, a cook, maybe a janitor. At the school, not at the hospital. You single, no kids, not married. That's just the city you was raised in. What do? What do? Because if you actually go online and actually take your time to do a job search and search outside of your city, are you afraid that you might find something that suits you and pay a certain amount that's okay for you? I've moved 5 times in my life. The only time that I was afraid to move was when I was 25 years old. That was my first big move. No parents. And that was my first time I had to depend on myself. That was my first big move. I'm speaking from my own experience. But I did it. You know what I'm saying? That was my first big move. The biggest move that anyone would say that I did was when I moved from Jamaica to Brooklyn. But I've moved 5 times in my life. That one wasn't scary because I had my mom. I can't take you back where I was mentally. I was 4 years old. I can't take you back and let you know what happened at that time in my life. It was the winter of Brooklyn, New York. It's the winter time. That's all I remember, how cold it was. Because I'm coming from an island where it's 70, 80, 90 degrees. So, I'm only telling you about what I experienced. And the reason why I'm saying it is because it's possible. It's possible to move out of that state that you're in, to pursue something great, to think about yourself and say, you know what, I can make it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They say, if you're not afraid or a bit uncomfortable, then the risk is not big enough. That's what they say. Growth is uncomfortable. It is. As a child, you experience growing pains, your limbs, your breasts, etc. Even when you're falling in love, you have butterflies. That's a growth. You're growing to love someone. Sometimes you feel sick. You want to throw up. When a woman is pregnant and a child grows, right? Doesn't she have growing pains? I've been told it is uncomfortable as shit to have a baby. Things hurt. You want to throw up. Your foot swollen. It's like a metamorphosis of your body. Your body is confused. It's like going into a shock. But it's growth. And it's fucking uncomfortable. So if it's not uncomfortable, it's not a risk. It's not a growth. It's not right. That's what they say. All I'm saying is, growth is uncomfortable. But if you really want it, you will sustain. So, for that nurse, and the nurse is just an example. So for that registered nurse, that job in D.C. is yours. You just have to move from your comfortable home in Idaho. But that's if you want it. And I'm just using those places as an example. Because, again, people put barriers in boxes around them and tell themselves they can't succeed. It's for you to see it. It's for you to understand it. But you have to mentally see it before you can do it. Like my dad used to tell me, visualize it. When I used to play basketball, he said, visualize the ball in the basket. Did it help? I don't know. But if I'm saying it right now, it must be something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm just telling you my experiences and seeing what I see a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And I mentally try to break it down, understand why people do what they do. But I know a lot of people want to be successful. I know a lot of people want something, but it's a mental thing. It's all in your head. So get the fuck out your way. I'm out. Peace.
Refugee asylum can be purchased. Everything's for sale. Got 5 passports, I'm never going to jail. I made Jesus walks, I'm never going to hell. Couture level flow is never going on sale. Luxury rap, the Hermes of verses. Sophisticated ignorance, write my curses in cursive.